Regardless of sub-zero wind chills, police officers are essential workers and still have to work out in the cold elements. Now, one of the units affected, of course, the traffic unit. While on stops, officers say they keep their patrol cars running so they stay heated. That balances out when they go outside to issue a citation or need to check on someone who's on the side of the road. They also limit the amount of time they spend outside by being as efficient as possible. Officer Nick Lutmer with the Sioux City Police Department says some officers choose to wear layers, but too many layers can cause issues when trying to reach for equipment.
People wear jackets. I wear a jacket. The only bad thing about wearing a jacket is, if I need to get to some of these things on here, I have to either unzip it fully or reach in and with my other hand. But like my firearm and my taser, those are exposed, so I can have quick access to them. Mainly, it's my handcuffs, my magazines, and my radio that I would have to unzip my jacket to get to.
Officer Lutmer says the best way to help everyone stay warm is for drivers to have all necessary documents and information out and ready to show an officer. If you are involved in an accident in the cold temperatures, Officer Lutmer advises to pull your vehicle off the road and stay in your car if it's safe.
If you can't pull your vehicle over, make sure you have your hazards on, especially at nighttime, so that way at least vehicles can see that there's lights on so they don't hit you.
He says during the extreme cold, keep non-perishable food, a blanket, and water in your vehicle in case you do have an emergency. His personal philosophy is keep the gas tank half full throughout the entire winter. Well, bitterly cold